So, question of the week, folks, comes from Peter Meijer, one of our opponents. You know what the difference is between you and me, Tom? As a soldier and veteran, my first thought was how to protect this vulnerable community. What this is in response to is the drag syndrome show that he decided to sponsor at one of his facilities and then he backed out of. The problem is Peter Meijer was probably approached months ago to actually host this event. They would tell him essentially what this is since he owns the property, and then he would make the decision to host it or not host it. Well, about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, political pressure started to build against the drag syndrome show. What it is folks with Down syndrome actually perform sexual acts on stage, which to me is perverted. And to a lot of folks as well, it's taking advantage of those who can't necessarily make independent decisions. About 20% of folks with Down syndrome can actually make those independent decisions. The other part of it, he says he protects the most vulnerable, but Peter Meijer has donated to multiple Democrats over the years that are extremely pro-choice. Here's the thing, the number one group aborted by these pro-choicers are folks with Down syndrome. So Peter, you're lying. Your first goal was not to protect the most vulnerable, because you still haven't come out whether you're pro-life or pro-choice, but you've backed a ton of pro-choice candidates. But I imagine you're running a Republican primary, so you will have magically changed your position on it, because you've also lied on your Twitter saying you're a Republican and a conservative. Well, the thing is, you can't be a conservative and be backing this many Democrats and then decide to have a drag syndrome show at your event. It's just not possible. So the differences between you and I am a Republican. I am a conservative. I was opposed to the drag show event right out of the gate. A matter of fact, on Facebook, it was posted, and the question was asked to you and all the candidates, what do you think of this event from somebody in our district? You said nothing. I said disgusting. I was the only candidate in this race to actually say anything, and that was a week and a half ago. And then we came out and we started doing the videos, and then 2 hours after our first video, you came out and said, I'm pulling the event. Well, you know what, you got caught, and that's what your real problem is. So the exploitation was you out of the gate the entire time. When you back pro-choice Democrats, you're after the most vulnerable. And that's the real difference between you and I. I am consistent on conservative values, and you don't know where you're at because your consultant has to tell you whether it's right or if it's wrong. And that's essentially per your words on your letter of saying I had to consult with everybody else. That's the difference.